Hey, what's up you guys, it's Ruthie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 80 of Lost by James Patterson, so let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. Before I picked Marie up at her hotel, I stopped by the Miami police headquarters to put the word out about what had happened at the port. The oddly shaped 5-story building on 2nd Avenue had seen its share of history. Over the years, Miami had witnessed all kinds of riots, shifting demographics, mass immigration from Cuba, and even a visit from the Pope. Through it all, the police department, at least the building, never changed, and even the department's critics always knew they could run to us when things in the neighborhood got out of control. Most people had no idea how things really worked on the streets. I remember a crack dealer named Walter Slates from back when I worked patrol just west of downtown. He'd shoot a bird at me every time I drove past in my cruiser. He made fun of my record with the University of Miami's football team. That's why, when he approached my patrol car one day, I was suspicious. He said, "I need help." I took the bait and asked him what the problem was. "The goddamn Colombians say they're gonna kill me. Ain't nothing like the Cubans. The Cubans will listen to you. The Cubans are reasonable, but the Colombians is crazy. I need protection." So all of a sudden you don't hate the police. Never really hated the police. It's just fun to screw with you. Even if I did hate the police, I don't hate no more. Can you help me? We helped him. Walter Slates turned his life around. He now works for Florida Power and Light somewhere up near West Palm Beach. He made it a point to come by and thank me a few years ago. I knew that putting the word out at the station, I could count on tips from contacts on the street. The beat cops heard we hadn't found all the people who'd been in the container, and it took them only about an hour to round up the rest. Now we had almost all of them except one, a blonde Polish girl named Magda, who spoke some English. Finding that girl was our only goal this morning. Instead of hello, the first thing Maurice had said to me when I met her at the lobby of the downtown Marriott was, "I just got off the phone with my best informant. Hannah and Albert Greasy are in Miami looking for a girl who fled from the boat. She has a backpack with a fortune in diamonds hidden in it. Let me guess, it's the one girl we haven't found yet, Magda from Poland." "Exactly. Does she know she has the diamonds?" "I don't think so. I heard they're supposed to be sewn into the strap." We got busy checking shelters and streets near the port in downtown. Around mid-morning, I grabbed a doorknob that turned out to be covered with grease. Someone had smeared the knob with goo as a joke or as a way to put people off, but in any case, I now had bicycle grease all over my right palm. Marie was speaking with the woman who ran a homeless shelter, and I was looking for a paper towel to wipe my hand when I noticed someone coming in my direction. There are a lot of men wearing suits in Miami, but not many with goatees dyed blue. It was Billy the Blade, Rostov's muscle. I immediately realized he was doing the same thing Marie and I were. He didn't know how many people were rescued from the ship, and he was probably hoping to recover some of his investment right now. I turned to face him, and after a few seconds he looked up and noticed me. That's one of the benefits of my size. I can be very obvious when I want to be. I'd obviously caught the Russians by surprise. It took him a moment to put his usual smile. Then he strutted toward me in an expensive cream-colored Brooks Brothers suit. Billy kept his broad smile, and he said, "Detective, did you already get kicked off your task force? You have to work the streets of Miami again?" I gave a little chuckle and said, "I think you overestimate your boss's influence." "I'm not sure it's possible to overestimate Mr. Rostov's influence. The better question is why you're working the streets of Miami." "We're not far from my office. I just thought I'd go for a walk and get some fresh air. By the way, how's your lovely sister?" He'd pushed the right buttons. I decided to keep my mouth shut. Billy said, "We're not that different, you know." I held up my left hand, the clean one, and said, "Hold it right there. We could not be more different. You're a predator, plain and simple. You're a dirtbag here just like you were in Russia. Leopards don't change their spots. Believe what you want, but the truth is that you'll die poor while I live near the beach in Fort Lauderdale. Maybe, but you'll die a lot younger than me." "Is that a threat?" "A fact. Go ahead and try to point out the old gangsters in Miami. There aren't any. Even the Colombians don't last much past 50, and that's if they're lucky." Billy shook his head and said, "Drugs are as dangerous as dirty business." I leaned in a little closer. "Can I give you some friendly advice?" "Sure, why not?" I gently placed my right hand on his shoulder and said, "Your boss is going to go down. You don't have to be on the ship when it sinks." Billy let out a laugh. "This isn't Russia. There are many rules that the police must follow here. I don't think you can harass us for no reason." I just smiled as I removed my hand. I admired the perfect grease handprint on his otherwise pristine cream suit. "You have a nice day, Billy." "Same to you, detective." He turned and left. I could see my handprint on the suit from a block away. I knew we had to find the missing girl before the Russians did. that is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.